Good morning. We are Team UMA, and we want to introduce our idea, creating a platform for travelers and local people, where local people can be guides, tour guides, and help travelers to explore the destination they are visiting. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Madina Tusupekova, and I'm from Kazakhstan. I'm currently master's candidate in tourism administration at George Washington University. And here's my partner, Jing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jing Chen. I'm also a student at the Master of Tourism Administration program at the George Washington University. I previously worked as a PR manager in a PR firm, so I'm skilled at marketing and tourism.
And before starting our presentation, we want to share the story why we gave name UMA for our venture. So UMA is an abbreviation for constellation Ursa Major. In my home country, when there was no compass and elderly people used to use Ursa Major constellation to find the way. When they lost their way, they use this constellation to find their way. So we want UMA to be traveler's guide. Our vision: we are UMA, and we bring authentic local tour experience that you never imagined before. And why we think that it's a good opportunity for us. So only tour and activity market only in US, it accounts for $20 billion in only US. And there's some statistics. So 40% of all tour activities now are being booked online, and 20% of all Google searches about local information. And now more and more people want to look for tour activities, local tour activities, and they want, travelers want to book activities whenever they want and wherever they want. So we think this is a good opportunity for us. And here's the problem we defined, and I will pass to Jing.
So what is the problem UMA is solving? So imagine when you have a trip or a vacation coming up, what are the common ways that you think of when you develop your travel plans? Maybe you plan your trip by yourself. You do a bunch of research, you look up information of the destinations online, but it's extremely time consuming, and because of lack of experience or lack of information about the destinations, you might not even get the authentic experience that you really want. How about joining a tour group? I believe all of us have this kind of difficult experience of following the route, get on the bus, get off the bus, take your photos, get on the bus, get off the bus, that's it. And that is very impersonal and it's kind of boring, right? How about customized tours? Maybe, but it's kind of complicated and it's hard for us to get access to some of these kind of services. So UMA is the sole solutions for all these three kinds of problems.
So here's competitors. On the left side, there's platforms that offer local experiences, and we researched about them. And they offer everyday local experiences, and you have to schedule it. And we think that UMA is more than about local experience. We have real tour guide finding service, and we're more about tourism, we're more about travel, and we're more about learning local history, local culture, trying local cuisine. And our product, what we are offering to our tourists. So tourists will be able to join real-time tours and share trips with other travelers. Get an authentic, exceptional local experience, meet locals and create new friends. Get community interaction through the online platform. Design and customize own tour and rely on locals' experience. And finally, save time for trips planning and use our app. So here's the design of our UMA app. This is sign up page. So next slide shows the list of tour guides offering. Here's Madina, she's from Kazakhstan, offering 3-hour hiking tour in Almaty city. And here's Yuriko, meet Yuriko, she's 24 years old. She's a bright student, she's from Japan, and she's studying tourism at a university in Japan. And she wants to introduce tea culture of Japan with travelers. And if you click to the tour guide profile, you will able to see the list of tours offered by this tour guide and watch short videos and to see that these guides are verified by UMA team. And if travelers request tours, they will able to contact, and also after tours they can review it. Also, they will able to see location, tour routes that she's offering. But by meaning real-time tours, what we meant. So here's when a traveler requests tours, the traveler will able to see overall 8 tours, and 5 of them walking tours near the tourist, and 3 tours by vehicle. And view profile of these tours and tour guides. And about how we will control quality. And our UMA team think that potential UMA tour guide have at least 1 year experience in a destination and provide sample trip which will be reviewed by UMA team. Also complete a random test on a specific destination. Also video that will represent a tour and also reviewed by UMA team. And next slide I will pass to Jimmy.
Thank you. So basically, UMA is serving 2 sides of the market, the tour guides and the tourists. And here is a portrait of who our primary customers are. For tour guides, we are expecting 60% of students and 40% of freelancers. And for tourists, we are basically chasing after 4 categories. 40% of leisure tourists, 30% of cultural tourists, 20% of business tourists, and 10% of adventure tourists. So for leisure tourists and cultural tourists, we want to focus on them because we are a platform that provides authentic local travel experiences, which is basically the main reasons for these two categories. And for the business tourists, most of the business travelers, they do not have a plan, and they usually stay just 1 or 2 days around in a city. So they can leverage our real-time mobile app to locate themselves and find the trips near them. In terms of revenue, we are actually applying a model that is similar to Airbnb's. So we charge tour guides 10% of the total transactions, and we charge the travelers 5% of the total transactions. For marketing strategies, we are defining 3 phases. First phase, 6 months to 3 months before the launch of the product, during which we do brand identity and marketing collaterals development. Second phase, 3 months before the launch to 3 months after the launch. We'll do a social media campaign. We choose social media because it is the most effective way to gain most reach at a certain period of time. And then after 3 months to half a year after the launch, we'll start to do advertisements and also partnerships with destination management organizations. Financial parts. So first of all, I want to define what a tour per day is. A tour per day refers to 1 tour guide leading 1 group of people for 1 day. So here's our projections for first year. We're expecting 70 tours per week, which is similarly 10 tours per day. And that comes to 280 tours in the first month. And the average rate would be $100 per tour for 1 day. And the projections of a monthly growth would be 5%. And here's a table that shows how does the revenue and accumulative profit look like in the first year.
So if we get investment, we think that we'll focus on product development and marketing. So overall, our presentation is...
That's it. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So how do you compete with TripAdvisor? Because when I go travel, I usually get someplace a couple days early because just get over jet lag, and I always, so I was in Johannesburg and I just got on TripAdvisor and there's like 17 tour guides that'll take a day tour. So how do you compete with them on price? I've done a lot before, but it's pretty expensive.
So
Like $100.
we provide opportunity to share with other travelers. So when we show it up, they will be able to see the nearby tours, which will start in 1 hour, in 2 hours, and yeah, we want travelers to share the trip. So when we provide financials, we provide the this is not per person. When we see from other websites, they provide tours per person, and here's we want that tour guides provided per tour, so and limited.
Per what? Tours,
Yeah, per tours.
you mean just one person?
One. Yeah, one
Or
tour guide
per-
will provide one tour and not per person. So, for example, when we see from other websites, they say this tour per person $65, and we want if it's for UMA, if it's $80, if there will be a limit for maximum 4 people, so 4 people could share it. If it's 100, 4 people could share it by $25.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
I got a number of questions. One,
Yep.
$100 a day seems awfully cheap. If I was a tour guide for a whole day, that's not much money, especially after I've paid you folks. So I expect to get more. The other thing is in your schedule, your launch schedule, I didn't see anything in there about where you're gonna acquire your tour guides. If you launch, you have to have a suitable number of guides already qualified and vetted and approved to be on your site, and I didn't see anything in there for that.
First of all, I want to explain on the $100, right? So that is per tour per day. That is for one guide tour guiding one group of people. But basically, one guide can guiding 2 groups of people at the same time, or 3 groups of people at the same time. So
I'm not getting an
that would come to
exclusive guide.
300. I'm sorry.
I'm not getting, if I go with my family and I hire a guide, I might end up with 10 other people.
You could
we see
decide
that
on.
we have to make limit, so we want to make it very 10 people, but maximum 8-10 people. So not too much. So we want local guides to make limits, and we want to make our limit in group, the number of travelers. So that's why it's the problem based on our personal experience. We had experience in a group travel, and there were 30 travelers, 20 travelers, and speed limit. Yeah, this kind of thing. So that's why we want join them by interest, gather them by interest.
But just following up what Ken said, how do you vet the tour guides, for safety and all that kind of stuff? You do background checks? You do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, quality control. We want review each guide's profile and provide information, and there will be on a app. Yeah. Sorry. So we want this guide reviewed by UMA. So this is qualified 100% guarantee. This is real tour guide. So we want to, yeah.
So guides might be up there who are not approved by you, and they won't have the little seal.
So yeah, that mark indicates that the guide is verified by UMA team.
Also,
And we'll do a background check and other kind of research on their backgrounds or their identities before we qualify
Is it
them.
dangerous to let tour guides be on there that aren't qualified? That you haven't vetted?
We want, actually we want not all professional tour guides. We want just people, just local people. So they don't have to be professionals, but we give space for also professional tour guides. But we want to meet local people, not just professional tour guides, that they will...
So it's kind of like, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, so during the planning process, I make a connection with that local tour guide. And then when let's say the trip's 6 months out, what happens when that particular tour guide that I've made a connection with isn't available or is left or is out of your ecosystem? Then what happens when I take my trip? And I get stuck with some other local tour guide that doesn't know what that one knew that I created the connection with. See what I'm saying?
When she disappears?
Yeah. she got a better job or, you know, moved or whatever. She's not, she's just, maybe she's sick that week. What
No,
happens?
it's me. Please. Not I think we should.
So basically, we
You want to connect because she was very good in a.
Well, yeah, that's what you're selling, right? Is that
Yeah, yeah.
local connection and,
I guess
she will
bas-
provide contact, emails. So I think it will be on our database. Right?
I mean, basically, when a user is applied to become a tour guide in our system, we'll require them to, first of all, we'll research on their background and verify this person, and then we'll ask them to sign maybe a commitment documents or a contract or a similar product that guarantees their commitment to the platform. And then we also highly recommend the travelers to look for those tour guides with the verification badge.
So is it kind of like Airbnb, but for tour guides? Like similar type model where,
Airbnb.
because the same thing could happen, like I list my house and then I say, oh, my room's not available anymore, but then I get a bad rating.
Yes.
So then nobody wants to pick me anymore.
Yes, yes.
But it's kind of like that. It's like amateur, just everyday people. So if I go to like Madrid, I can just find like somebody who lives in Madrid and go hang out with them for a day.
Inspiration from Airbnb and Uber.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
got it.
So I love the idea of of travel with a local guide doing interesting things that are less typical tours, which I think Viable does, right? How does this differ from Viable?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So first of all, we have this real-time app that you can use to locate yourself, right? And you can search for tours next around you. So that is one of differentiations we want to mention for this app, for our platform.
One who comes for 1 or 2 days and don't have time just to explore and surf in internet to find places, or like transit travelers when they have like 15 hours, 16 hours before their flights go off or go home. And and also excursionists the travelers who spend in a city at least 24 hours. So for like a quick one day time, for like a short planning, short day.
Right. Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.